Greetings and welcome to another episode of Trippy Food and another installment of Viewer's Choice. Today we're going to be doing something that was a suggestion of Nick Evert. So in a conversation with him, we were talking about chicken and chicken wings, and I was saying that how I like to cook my chicken in the oven as opposed to frying it, or whatever. But I like to cook it in the oven, and he agreed that he likes to do that too. And he also mentioned that some people do bacon in the oven, and we were talking about how to get it crispy. And so what he suggested was, he said, well, some people put baking powder on the chicken to get it crispy, and some people put baking powder even on bacon to get it crispy. And so I thought, well, what if we do this? What if we make bacon wrapped chicken and put baking powder on it to get it crispy? So that's what we're going to do today. So we have bacon and we have our chicken wings. Now, these are chicken wings, but I swear to God, they look like they're ostrich wings or something. These things are huge. They're not like typically the small chicken wings that you get in a wing place. So what we're going to do is we're going to do control. So we'll do a strip of bacon by itself, a strip of bacon with the baking powder, chicken by itself, chicken with the baking powder, and then bacon wrapped chicken with the baking powder. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be cooking these around 375 degrees for about 40 minutes or so, and they should be good to go. So let's get started here. Okay. So I'm going to start with, there we go, close enough. That's mostly fat there. All right, so there's our control for the bacon. And then we want to do a slice of bacon with the baking powder. See if I can do this without it all clumping up. Well, it's a bad start. Well, that's not too bad. Gonna get both sides. Yeah, we don't want too much there. Okay, that ought to be good. So there's our bacon with the baking powder. And now we're going to do just a piece of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, that'll work. It's gonna do just a piece of chicken, and I am gonna put some olive oil on that, but nothing else. Get that little rub down. Now normally I would put like salt and pepper. I don't really put a lot of other, herbs or anything on there, but that is one huge wing. Look at that thing. Okay, now we want to do a wing with baking powder. Both sides. It's like powder in a baby's bum. All right, so there's our wing with baking powder. And now we're going to do our bacon wrapped wing with baking powder. So I was thinking of putting the baking powder on both the chicken and the bacon, but the thing is that it's going to be inside. I don't see how it's going to crisp up unless there's fat from the bacon that crisps it up. So I'm just going to wrap this with a slice of bacon. There we go. We may need, for this size, we may need 2 slices of bacon. Yep, we will need 2 slices of bacon. All right. So we'll do 1 wing bacon wrapped without the baking powder. I must need 3. I need 3. We'll do 1 without the baking powder, and we'll do 1 with the baking powder on the outside. We'll see what comes out best. Okay, so that's without. And these are big wings. Huge. These are Rodin wings. And I'm talking about the sculptor. Well, let me think about that. That's an art joke. Man, these just these 2 chicken wings are taking almost a whole package of bacon. All right, there we go. So this, I'm going to put baking powder on. I don't know where they get chicken wings this big. You know, consequently, I don't know where you get chickens this big. But that's pretty big. All right, that ought to be good enough. All right, so we have regular bacon, bacon with baking powder on it, just a plain chicken wing with olive oil on it, chicken wing with baking powder, chicken wing with bacon, and chicken wing with bacon and baking powder on it. So we're gonna pop this in the oven for about 40 minutes. So let's synchronize watches and we'll see you in 40 minutes. Alrighty, well here is the fruit of our labors, and I gotta say that it looks interesting. So, I was actually surprised that I needed that much bacon for these chicken wings, but these chicken wings are huge. These two kind of cooked down a little bit, so they look small. Maybe these ones just look big because they're covered with bacon. Now, as far as the bacon goes, without putting anything on it, the rule of thumb here apparently is don't cook bacon as long as you're gonna cook chicken. The chicken was in there for 40 minutes, the bacon was in there for 40 minutes. This is like charcoal. So this is just the bacon by itself, right? It's just charcoal. Crunchy. It still tastes like bacon, but very well done. It's just crumbly. Now, this is the piece with the baking powder on it. And it looks like the baking powder protects it a little bit because it still has some color. It's not as burnt as the regular piece. So let's see what this is all about. And it really doesn't taste crunchier. So that's the thing about putting the baking powder on bacon. It's supposed to make it crunchier or crispier. It doesn't seem to be any crispier than that other piece. It didn't have any baking powder on it. So, I don't see a real benefit to that. If you're gonna make bacon in the oven, it doesn't really seem like you need that baking powder. And just keep an eye on it. Don't leave it in for 40 minutes. All right, now, here's the piece of regular chicken. And that should be, you know, a known commodity. It's really hot still. So this should have a familiar taste to it. Now, the outside isn't really crispy. Meat's hot and tender, but this is exactly the way I make it. Like I said, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. Stick it in there. And I don't even think I put salt and pepper on this one. All right, so now let's gravitate towards the one that we put baking powder on. Now, I can tell just by touching it that the outside is drier. Whether it's crispy or not, we shall see. I'm gonna say it is crispier. You don't really taste the baking powder. It's not like it's offensive or anything, but you can see that it's just kind of sitting there. It's like a crust on top of it. So it adds a little bit of crispiness to it. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it's better than just the regular chicken with the olive oil. All right, so now we're gonna try the bacon wrapped chicken without the baking powder on it. Wow. So here's the deal with this. The bacon seals in the juices in the chicken. So you're getting that added flavor of bacon on the top, but the chicken itself underneath it is so tender and moist. It's really good. So I think that's a step up, is to make bacon wrapped chicken wings, those are really good. I'm gonna have another bite. Yeah, that's exceptional. And now, I'm gonna try the bacon wrapped chicken wing with the baking powder on it. But it doesn't really add that much crispiness to it. Now maybe I didn't put enough baking powder on it, or maybe you have to put baking powder and something else on it. Like I try to put it on a dry chicken. So that only improves it a little. The bacon wrapped chicken wing is delicious. This is good too, and the same thing is true here. The bacon wrapped around it keeps that moisture in, and probably adds bacon fat to it as well. And so that chicken is really tender and juicy and delicious. So I don't think there's an added benefit to adding the baking powder. And again, maybe I didn't add enough, or maybe there's some other facet to it. Maybe there's some other aspect to it that I didn't cover. But honestly, I don't think there's an added benefit to it. It really doesn't do that much. It makes it just a little bit crispier, but not that much. Not by a long shot. I would say this. After eating one wrapped in bacon, it's a little saltier. So it kind of takes away from the chicken flavor, because you get that saltiness from the bacon. It's not bad though, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna say, they're all good to varying degrees. I just think that the main theme and the main thing that we were trying to do here was to put baking powder on here and see what that does to the chicken, and I just don't see the added benefit to it. So I'm gonna say it was good. It wasn't that big an improvement, so I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, trending downward slightly. The concept as a whole. Now, it's the first time I tried bacon wrapped chicken wings, and I think that was really good. So if you're gonna make chicken wings, wrapping them in bacon is a really, really cool idea and is really, really tasty, and that's a thumbs up. But yeah, give this a shot. Baking powder you can get anywhere, chicken you can get anywhere. Maybe you get different results for smaller pieces of chicken. These are huge chicken wings. But the chicken wings you can get anywhere, the bacon you can get anywhere, baking powder you can get anywhere. So get out there and give it a try. Maybe you'll have different results than I did. If you do, let me know in the comments down below what you think. But yeah, it's all pretty good. So get out there and give it a try. But when you do, remember that it's crazy out there. So please be careful. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.